Story: The Adventure of the Old Map. Chapter 1: The Mysterious Map. One day, in a small village by the sea, a young boy named Tom discovered an old, dusty map hidden inside a wooden chest. The chest had belonged to his grandfather, who had passed away many years ago. Tom had always been curious about his grandfather's past, but no one ever spoke about it. His grandfather had been a sailor, and Tom often wondered where he had traveled and what he had seen. As Tom unrolled the map, he noticed that it wasn't a regular map. It had strange symbols and markings that seemed to lead to a hidden treasure. The map was very old, and some parts of it were barely readable. Tom's heart raced with excitement. He decided that he would follow the map and uncover the mystery. Chapter 2: The Journey Begins. The next morning, Tom packed a bag with food, a flashlight, and a notebook. He wore sturdy boots and a warm jacket, prepared for the adventure ahead. He showed the map to his best friend, Alice, and together they decided to go on the adventure. They had no idea where the map would lead them, but they were both eager to find out. They walked for hours, crossing forests, streams, and hills. The further they went, the more the map seemed to make sense. The symbols on the map began to resemble landmarks they could see in real life. An ancient oak tree, a mountain that looked like a giant sleeping animal, and a river with a bridge made of stone. By afternoon, they reached a dark cave hidden behind thick bushes. The entrance was small and covered with vines, but the map clearly showed that this was the place. With a deep breath, Tom and Alice entered the cave, their flashlights shining on the walls. Chapter 3: The Secret Inside. Inside the cave, they found a series of tunnels. They followed the narrow path, their footsteps echoing in the silence. Suddenly, Tom stopped. In front of them was a large stone door with strange symbols carved into it. The door had no handle, but in the center was a keyhole. Tom remembered a small golden key he had found inside the chest with the map. He had no idea what it opened, but now it seemed like the perfect match. With trembling hands, Tom inserted the key into the keyhole and turned it. The door creaked open slowly, revealing a hidden room filled with treasure gold coins, jewels, and old artifacts. But there, in the center of the room, was an even greater surprise: an old journal, its pages filled with his grandfather's handwriting. Tom realized that the real treasure was not the gold or jewels, but the discovery of his grandfather's secret life as a treasure hunter. His grandfather had left these clues for Tom to find, knowing that one day someone in the family would continue the adventure. Vocabulary: 1. Chest: a large, strong container used to store things. Example: Tom found an old chest in his grandfather's attic. 2. Curious, eager to learn or know something. Example: Tom was curious about the hidden treasures his grandfather had left. 3. Unroll: to open something that is rolled up, like a map. Example: Tom carefully unrolled the ancient map to see what it showed. 4. Barely, only, just, hardly. Example: the old map was barely readable, with many parts worn away by time. 5. Landmark: a recognizable feature of a place, often used for navigation. Example: the old oak tree was a landmark on their journey to the treasure. 6. Vines: long, thin plants that grow in a twisting manner. Example: the entrance to the cave was covered with vines. 7. Echoing: a sound that is reflected off a surface and heard again. Example: their footsteps echoed through the quiet cave. 8. Keyhole: a small hole where a key fits into a lock. Example: Tom inserted the golden key into the keyhole of the stone door. 9. Artifacts: objects that are made by humans. especially from the past, often of historical or cultural significance. Example, the cave was filled with ancient artifacts, such as pottery and tools. 10. Trembling, shaking slightly, often from fear or excitement. Example, Tom's hands were trembling as he unlocked the door with the key. The end. Thanks you for your watching us.